Should have done this video sooner, but here we are. Guy was released. Honestly, guys, just so you know, this'll this'll probably be my last fucking video on this shit game. I don't. I'm. I can't do it. No, I can't do it anymore. I can't. Everyone I've talked to have fucking ditched it because it's so fucking garbage. They're set free. I'm next. I Anyway, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm through with Naruto Online because this shit is whack. It's garbage. It's boring. It's glitchy. It's a laggy fuck show. Obviously, people still talk about it, but this shit is dead. And this shit will never, ever come back. Ever. It's forever gonna be dog shit. So, fuck this game. I'm through with it. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the 1.9 mil account, but ultimately I'll probably end up giving it to somebody I don't know, or just have it sit there in the fucking dust. I have no fucking idea. I don't know yet. Okay. But in terms of, you know, I'm just through playing, right? Like, that's it for me. I want to keep doing content. And I think that, like, the channel can come back, obviously, but the problem is this game. Dog shit, right? So, everyone stopped even enjoying it. So anyway, we're gonna just go through this and see what this guy has to say about Guy. Do like a fucking live, react to this video, and I'll comment where necessary. Because a lot of people, what they just do is they'll spread a bunch of this information that's just fucking false. You know, so yeah, let's give our reaction.
This game kind of sucks compared to a lot of other ones, even though Nintendo's Madara is able to beat out Six Mask Naruto and Rinnegan Sasuke at the same time. Like, he was able to fight them both at the same time. And the guy
Okay,
just took him on himself.
who cares?
The balance of the game compared to what happened in the anime is a little bit different. But hey, I love Gate of Death Guy, and I want to see his animations. But he is
Here's the balance of the game, guys. So if any of you are unaware, run one fucking ninja. That's all you gotta do. Like, that's the. There's no balance of the game. Like, it doesn't exist in this game. There's no such thing as a balance. The balance was in 2016, where you can run anything and fucking counter anything. You make your own shit up, right? Whatever works, works. Whatever doesn't, obviously won't. No fucking count. Like, there's no balance here. You run one fucking thing. You put one character in, and you win. So.
well at the moment, though you might be able to see him maybe next week or something like that. In Shinobi Feast, you have a chance to get him. Something like that. You have 80.
That's not true. I'm going to turn up a little bit, guys. So what Coffin just said is you might be able to see him in Shinobi Feast next week. Okay, for the audience, look. When they do Suku Ninjas, that costs $3,000 fucking dollars, right? All the failed trash ones they've had. When they do these, right? They're gonna put, you've got Guy, but they also put the trash cans, which was a couple weeks ago. The issue is, right, is the trash cans are, first of all, they're bad. And they just don't provide anything. To nothing, right? So, and with Suku ninjas, here's how it goes: is when they're in the Suki rebate, you don't see them anywhere else until they're out of there. Guy'll probably be in there for a few months at least. You know, he's not gonna leave it, and you're not gonna see him anywhere else. So it's not true. That's all. He's in this event for a long fucking time. And yeah.
Fragments. You just need him 3 stars. There's no breakthroughs on this. I don't think he'll ever get breakthroughs. It's a really powerful thing. It's kind of like when you have Final Battle Hashirama here. Pretty powerful abilities, but Gate of Death I think is better.
Oh fuck! You can't. Did he just say it's like when you? Oh, Jesus God. Oh, you gotta correct shit when you see it and hear it. He just said that Final Battle Hashi had pretty strong abilities. Are we trolling? Yes, because that explains why he was buffed about 100 times, right? No, he didn't have strong abilities. He's a shit ninja. He still is.
Better. All right, he's risky, but he's better. He's a little bit like normal Hiruzen on steroids. Remember the normal Hiruzen that sacrifices himself for a humongous amount of damage? Well, that's what he has in one of his abilities, but except he's way stronger than normal Hiruzen. Even normal Hiruzen with breakthroughs, right? Remember normal Hiruzen is the one that goes. Let's see. This on death. This one. All right. So Reaper Seal, Death Seal. He deals a fatal amount of Taijutsu and Ninjutsu damage with his breakthroughs. And he can hit more than half of a position 1 in one hit. All right, that's how strong Hiruzen is with his Reaper Death Seal. Now, I wonder how powerful.
This is fucking. Not gonna go. I'm not gonna highlight this. It depends on stats. Sometimes he can just completely take out your character. If it's like an even stack match, then yeah, he'll do more than half. But it's not even. It all depends.
Might Guy is going to be. And his ability to activate it is. I'm not sure if I can say it's better or worse. It's hard to say. But it's going to be a really powerful hit, and unexpected.
Of course, it's fucking better. All you have to do is bring him to 0 HP, then he activates it. Whereas Hiruzen is, when Hiruzen dies, he revives, then you have to pick the target and fucking use the skill. You can interrupt Hiruzen when he revives to use it. You can, at any point, you can interrupt him. Guy, you can't. Guy will have an automatic trigger. You don't have to click any buttons. By the way, Guy's skill is way stronger than Hiruzen's by like a billion times. You can P4 Guy or P3 him and completely shit on another person's position 1. That's how much damage his final Gate of Death kick can do. So.
To be stronger than Hiruzen. Hiruzen needs to activate his mystery, so he can get control before he activates the Reaper Death Seal. Guy's Gate of Death is unavoidable, right? The moment he dies, he'll just unleash Night Guy. He'll die, and he can't be revived, but he'll deal a humongous amount of damage. That's the passive.
By the way, no one even covers this shit. If you want an adequate way to stop him, sort of ish, not really, just warp him out of the field. That's all you have to do, is use most likely, you probably want to use Kakashi. Suppress him, immobilize, Kakashi will take him out of the field for 2 rounds, clean up. It's that simple. But no, people are too, like, dick-headed to understand that concept.
skill in the middle. So let's go over his abilities, and then let's talk about how meta this is going to be, because I think he can be both position 1 and, well, he can be in any position as a support, as a guy who deals humongous amount of damage when you kill him. And then you can use your position 1 to deal the rest of the damage. All right, you could put Susan Shisui in front, Might guy, Night Gate of Death guy behind, and then normal heroes in next to him. And then it's like, if you kill all of them, you're going to have to deal with all these suicidal attacks.
Jesus. And why would you put... I wouldn't... No, not Hiruzen. You use fucking Hashirama, not Hiruzen. Anybody but Hiruzen. You don't need 2 death killers in the fucking lineup. That's a waste. Use normal Hashi, 4-star, breakthrough, or put Ashura breakthrough, or Gaara. It doesn't have... You know? You don't use 2 death killers, guys. Don't ever do that. It's fucking pointless. Because again, the Hiruzen can get interrupted. Also, it all depends on where Guy is placed. If Guy isn't placed where the other person's position 1 is, and you have Guy in position 1, then you've lost the match. Because what you're looking to do is take out the other person's position 1 as quickly as possible. If Guy is lined up with a position 2 or 3, it's not going to work. You've fucking nuked your P1. You only have other positions that'll do jack.
That's just insane. That's actually why I put sort of a team here. As an idea.
Let's see the team.
For whenever people actually get Guy.
No.
Now I have like Gate of Shock.
No. No. What the fuck is happening here? No one. No, you're not gonna see people with Guy using this. This shouldn't be. This is not a team suggestion. Okay, Itachi's providing nothing. Let me let him explain this.
Guy here, but pretend this is Gate of Death Guy, and I put Edo Itachi here because he can be controlled even with Gate of Death. So it's not, he's not immune to everything. He has some dodges on standard attacks, I think, too. But that's why I put Edo Itachi here with break. Pretending is
really, buddy. Guy is immune to debuffs. Edo Itachi's not controlling Guy. What the fuck? Oh my! Imagine reading though. Like seriously, they're not gonna release this ninja without him being immune to debuffs. You can suppress him, but does Itachi suppress Guy? Like anyone? No. Itachi's a control unit that controls non-debuffed units, right? Or immune units. You can't control an immune unit with no suppression.
his breakthroughs, and then here's in here just so that Guy will deal a whole lot of damage. He'll do a lot of Taijutsu damage, he'll scale a lot, deal a whole bunch of damage, and once he deals enough damage, his suicidal attack will finish off the enemy. And if
the fucking guy on the other team is lined up with your guy and you have Hiruzen back there, they're both dead. So like it's called, you have to spread out your fucking
finish off the enemy with his final attack, you win. That's literally what Game of Death Guy is for. That's awesome, right? And maybe you'll have like a, I don't know, Edo Sasori, like someone, Toshiyasu Jiraiya or something, someone who revives when you use a mystery, or someone who revives when someone on your side dies, something like that, and you'll be able to win, and it'll be really hard to kill you.
I just can't do this. When Guy, people, holy fuck, understand this, guys, okay? When Guy uses his mystery, when he kills you, he makes it so you can't revive. So what the fuck would Jiraiya do? Nothing, because he's not able to revive. Anyway, proceed.
Right. Now he can be controlled, but that is the one thing that that's the one thing that's weak about him. But he is sort of a blitz character. Like, he's skilled really fast, so I guess he's a middle game character. In other words, you don't exactly kill right away, but you also don't drag things out. You have to kill within the first three, maybe like last until round 2, 3, or 4, something like that. And that's when Gate of Death Guy should be at his strongest. Okay, let's go over his abilities now. And I'm really excited to see this in action.
He's
I'm
dead
it's
by
being
round
like
4
$2,000 something, so okay, I'm not gonna expect anyone to get it. Like, Skyfall says he's gonna get him, but like not now because of how expensive that is. It's insane how expensive this is. But yeah,
No one should
all
fucking do
really
that. No
hyped
one
up
should
ninjas are
pay
like
that
this in the
much for
beginning,
this
and then they get
fucking shit.
less expensive as week passes. And once we're able to get it, Skyfall will get his Gate of Death guy and go in Sage or something and destroy everything. Maybe he can even like put him alone with like a main
Can't
character,
do
two
Sage
ninjas against the world.
because they
Right?
don't have a fucking cluster. I can't help but laugh. He can't do Sage. He's got his server's dead as fuck. You can't do it. Like, and they don't have a cluster. So that's not gonna work.
Okay, Gate of Death guy. Let's get ability. Mystery. Even in Elephant 5 steps, it's prompt. Now it doesn't show when you see the abilities, but this is you can use this in round 1. So let's go over to Kona Proxy. Over to here. Okay, so Kona Proxy basically says the Bountiful cooldown is 1, the cooldown is 1, and the chakra is 0. So you have to use this in round 2. Now you could get around this with Chinese Neji. Right, so Chinese Neji could be quite powerful. Deal unavoidable damage. Let's go back here.
Don't use Chinese Neji with this guy, please.
Damage. Cause
I've told you who to use,
unavoidable
not fucking
damage. 5
Chinese
combo to 12
Neji.
units in the opponent's field. So yeah, you're hitting everybody really.
Don't need to
and you
use
cause
Chinese
knockdown to
Neji.
one guy, and the guy in the selected unit will suffer from evening elephant immobility. Now, what the heck is evening elephant immobility? We have to go back to Kona Proxy. They call it the Psychizo seal, and I'm going to move them over here so we can read it. Units suffering from this debuff cannot execute any actions. So it's basically another version of immobilized, right? Lasts until the end of the round, irremovable, and neglects immunity. So once you're hit, you're immobilized, you can't remove it, you can't have immunity to it. And I'm guessing that not being able to have any action probably has something to do with the passive abilities too. Like your opponent's passive abilities won't activate either, or some of them at least. I'm gonna guess that's what Sekizo Seal is. Now there's another thing called Sekizo Lock, which is probably a different name in the standard attack. So let's get into that, right? So the mystery is just to cause
simplest way to put it,
12
guys.
units
It's a
knockdown,
fucking shutdown.
probably a lot of damage, and then immobility that cannot be dodged, cannot be removed, and it just lasts. Okay, the attack is attack and random.
They fix the car accident damage,
and they give us a lifetime warranty on the repair.
I lost my reach.
My Pokemon and I climbed the highest mountains, explored the shores and seas, and walked through.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. Guy also gets the immobility, so Guy can't make a move. Okay, that makes sense. So after you use a mystery, he can't move no matter what. It's kind of like Kimono Kakashi's what do you call it? The removing somebody from the field thing, right? It takes like 3 or 4 rounds for it to recover, so it is a big deal. Okay, it's standard attack. So maybe you don't want to use the mystery right away. Maybe you want to let him buff himself up a little bit. This is all taijutsu, right? Okay.
Oh yeah,
so
one quick thing,
standard
guys. They added
attack-
Gar to the game, but he's bugged. This is a special kind of bug because Oasis is good at this, right? Where they, again, I've already explained this. They add something and then they break another thing at the same time. Okay. So Gar has been delayed for a long time due to the fact that he has a trigger effect, and they don't know how to properly code trigger effects in the game because they're incompetent. So, whenever Guy does his his mystery, he'll actually give the position 1 on the other team a fuckload of initiative. Imagine that, eh? What a piece of shit game.
a random line of units. So you hit a line, suppress super armor until the end of the round with a chance of 20% damage. Okay, so let me explain that. First of all, suppress super armor is pretty obvious, right? There's no way you're gonna put your feet on the ground once you're hit by such a strong hit. But the 20% splash damage is extra damage. So you're hitting a line of units, and that line of units will cause 20% extra damage to each other. And so if you have if you're fighting, let's see, if I go for Kakashi cleanse, right, and pretend this is Night Guy, right? But I'm putting 4 Kakashi clones just because.
This guy doesn't have splash
So we have
damage.
these 4 Kakashi clones, and if Guy does a standard attack, he's going to hit a line like this, and this guy's going to cause 20% damage to that person and this person, right? And if you have 3 in a row, then that guy in the middle will cause 20% splash damage to everyone else, and he'll receive 20% splash damage from everyone else. So if your opponent has a ninja in the middle, everyone's going to deal. Basically, that guy in the middle will be hit by 100%.
Why are we getting a fucking splash
No,
damage?
160% damage. More if you have clones. Right. So if you have a Green Ninja tomorrow, you're just gonna get hit more. Now it's not as strong as Madara's Mystery, but this is a standard attack, so it is a pretty big deal, right? So let's go back to Guy. Yeah, he's gonna hit a line, and each line will deal splash damage. So it's just like extra damage. Right. Okay. Suppress. Okay, attack a random line of units, cost suppress super armor, 20% splash damage. Okay, random guy will get repulsed. Makes sense. The skill never misses. Makes sense. He's too fast. Ignore some defense Okay, because he's pure taijutsu, so it's just defense. So he's gonna ignore some of your defense. He's gonna hit hard there, and then all units will suffer from evening.
Doesn't hit hard when you ignore defense.
Wait,
He
hold on.
hits
Guy
hard
and
when you
all units
fucking
hit will
ignore
suffer from
defense and
evening
resistance.
elephant restraint. Okay, so this is what they mean on Kuna proxy over here, um, by the Psychizo lock. I like the name that the restraint thing, lock, whatever. Units suffering from this debuff cannot execute standard attacks. Last until the end of the round. Irremovable and neglects immunity. So if your opponent's support has a standard attack that gets shields, heals, gains chakra, whatever, Psychizo lock will basically shut down all the standard attacks right away. And if you have Guy as position 1, that basically means like half of your team maybe more than half of your team won't be able to use their standard attack. Wow. That's good. That's strong, right? If you're faster than, say, Susanoo Shisui, and keep in mind this attack never misses. This skill never misses. So basically, he will beat out Susanoo Shisui's standard attacks at the very least. You could probably throw him something like, so if you want to fight against Susanoo Shisui for whatever reason, you could probably go something like Kakashi. Kimono Kakashi now has this break piece. The last video was about him. So he has this unavoidable round 1 mystery that, first of all, it's unavoidable, and it hits the immunity status. It has irremovable paralysis until the end of the next round. So you can use this on Susanoo Shisui, and then a guy can take care of...
No! Fuck's sake, no, don't, no. No, you only use Kakashi when you're looking to remove a unit off the other person's team. That's the only time you're going to use Kakashi. You don't use him solely for his mystery. Don't. Is this like the fucking plan here? To run this into Shisui? What are you gonna do? Irremovable paralysis to Shisui so the Shisui can't chase? Is that really worth putting Kakashi as your fucking support unit? Probably not. You probably want to have Hashirama, who can prevent standard attacks, prevent mystery attacks, chakra lock. Like, you don't want to use Kakashi for the purpose of one fucking thing. Kakashi does a whole host of things. Makes clones that reduce your chakra by 5, or my bad, 10. Causes irremovable paralysis. Warps the opponent off the field. Jesus. Don't do this, guys.
The standard attacks. And then Susanoo Shisui won't have his mystery in round 2 or something like that. But that won't be enough, right? That's not enough damage. And Guy will scale. You'll see in the later abilities, he scales pretty hard. So yeah, like, this could be a meta team, right? Of
No,
course,
it can't.
If someone wants
It's
to
never gonna. That's never gonna be a meta team.
Like, it depends on who's faster. So you could probably do something like Shisui and Chinese Neji. And then maybe if you're faster, Chinese Neji will activate Susanoo Shisui, and Susanoo Shisui can stop the mystery. But or you can even go Guy with Chinese Neji, just to deal a humongous amount of damage, and just whoever's fastest, right? You can also put Chinese Neji in position 1, not scaled. You scale him.
Oh my
here,
god,
and
no.
just
So,
boom.
okay, you probably want to use, if you have Shisui and Guy, shove them in the same team. That's what you probably want to do. Just put them both in the same team. You have 2 high DPS units. You can put Shisui in P1 and put Guy in the back line, because your P2 is most likely going to go, right? And the opponent has a choice to make. Who do they want to target? Do they want to target Guy or Shisui? Both are a threat, okay? So they're most likely going to target Shisui with their mystery, because they want to shut down Shisui round 2. But you can still get off Guy round 1, right? Like, just run Guy and Shisui in the same lineup. You have a fucking dangerous duo right there. Then you can put whoever you want position 3. Again, I said Hashi probably, but
Hit him hard, and yeah, you can. I mean, you haven't scaled much, I guess, by then, but it's a battle of initiative. And Guy also has an initiative buff, so that's in the later ability. So let's get into it, right? The standard attack. Okay, restraint. So stop standard attacks. If you're hit,
what I'm saying, to elaborate, why 2 position 1 units that do damage are good on a team is because what happens when you have Guy and then 2 support units that don't do any damage aside from standard attacks, right? If your Guy dies, you have no way to win the fucking fight at all. Like, you have no physical way to win the fight. You can't beat another opponent that's running Shisui and Guy with 2 support units alone. That's not going to work ever.
By the standard attack, you'll be both Guy and all units will not be able to use their standard attacks for the rest of the round, and you can't remove it. Now, that means you also can't get an extra standard attack, so you don't use any ninjas that give you an extra standard attack, right? Okay, the passive, if Guy has a mystery skill interrupted, reduces mystery cooldown to 0. So this is kind of like Green Ninja Obito for the whole team, except it's just for Guy. And Guy it's kind of like Nagato, Edo Nagato too, right? Now he can be controlled. I don't see any abilities. No, actually no, he can't. No, he has level 1 immunity to debuff. So if he suppresses immunity to debuff somehow, then I guess that works, right? But that's hard to do in round 1. Maybe in round 2 you can control him somehow with your own position 1. It's hard to say. It depends on who's faster, once again. But yeah, okay. So his mystery skill can be interrupted, but he'll just go straight back. And when Guy's HP reaches 1, executes Night Guy, then will be defeated and cannot be revived. So this is basically a Hiruzen move, right? Now Hiruzen can be revived, but it's kind of costly.
It's not really. It sort of is it's not, though. Hiruzen hits 1 target, Guy hits a whole line of targets. Therefore, Guys can't be interrupted, Hiruzen's can be interrupted. Guy does massive damage, Hiruzen does moderate damage.
To try to revive him and use him again, because you have to reset his mystery. And so, remember, Hiruzen causes massive amount of damage. Once he dies, his mystery becomes that. But the problem is your opponent can interrupt that mystery by controlling. Now, he costs 0 chakra, but your opponent could just put you to sleep, dream, immobilize, whatever. Guy does not have that weakness, right? He just activates it right away. And it's going to be a massive amount of damage. It's probably not going to kill right like a full HP guy, but it's going to deal a massive amount of damage. And so if you're able to do that, you cause some sort of havoc. You can combine normal heroes.
I don't advise this. What you can do is run Tsunade and hope that another person's Guy hits. So you guys know Tsunade doesn't die till round 3. This also applies to Guy, right? So if Guy hits Tsunade, Tsunade won't die. It's just, it was a silly thing I thought of a while ago. It's not feasible. It doesn't work, obviously, right? It's not sustainable, but if you wanted to fuck around and try, because you could sort of guess to the best of your ability where positions are going to be at, where you're going to put Shisui, etc. But you're not going to know for sure. Don't do it, obviously, but it's just a thought. It's something that could work, but it's not reliable.
In with him, and your opponent will be really careful to kill either one of them. Right, and it'll deal a massive amount of damage. So here's the thing: if Guy dies, but you still deal enough damage, then the first thing he does is get to HP 1. He'll execute Night Guy, and if Night Guy kills the rest of the team, you win because you still have 1 HP. Right, he dies after the skill. But if your opponent dies, if your opponent dies when Night Guy is being used, you win. So this is basically Gate of Death, the ultimate strategy. This is completely new, and that's awesome. Okay, that's the passive on here, right? Night Guy, I think on Chrono, the first thing he does is get to HP 1. He'll execute Night Guy, and if Night Guy kills the rest of the team, you win because you still have 1 HP. Right? He dies after the skill. But if your opponent dies, if your opponent dies when Night Guy is being used, you win. So this is basically Gate of Death.
Not gonna try to fucking deep dive analysis into what that was. That didn't make any sense.
This is completely new, and that's awesome. Okay, that's the passive on here, right? Night Guy, I think on Chrono Proxy, I don't think there's much extra explanation for Night Guy. It's just, they call it Yagai, unavoidable damage to the line of units in the front, based on Guy's max life, so you probably want to increase his life, or just Taijutsu. And units defeated by the skill cannot be revived. So it depends on which, like, if you're using this as a support, as a guy who deals a massive amount of damage when he dies, maybe you want to increase his life. But if you're using it as a position 1, you want to increase his Taijutsu, because that's his attack with his mystery and standard attack. So that's good to know there, right? Anything else? Let's see. Units defeated by the skill cannot be revived. Makes sense. Guy cannot be revived when defeated by the skill. Right. So that's the normal stuff. Okay, so that's the first passive ability. Now let's go to the second. Besides the first action, in a round consumes 10% max HP to increase his attack by 60%. So before he does anything, he loses 10% max HP, and that means max HP literally means max HP. So if you have 10,000, you're going to lose 1,000 every single round, unless you're immobilized right away, in which case he won't make an action, right? Now he doesn't have any chases, so yeah, that doesn't apply. He has no chases, just a standard attack and a mystery. That's unique.
That's an alright passive, actually.
There's at least one chase, right? Okay, so before every action, he takes 10% max HP. If he goes below that, then he'll activate Night Guy, right? So that's okay-ish. It increases attack by 60%. You could probably throw this in with like Rage Obito. Just like have a team with Gate of Death Guy, Rage Obito, because he revives after he dies, and then you have the normal heroes in, and just see how the team works.
No, what the fuck are these suggestions? Why would you use Rage Obito in a normal fucking lineup? What? No! You don't use Rage Obito. Don't use him in any fucking team unless you're memeing around or you're free to play and that's the only fucking thing you got. Oh.
Arena. I'll be fun. Okay, yeah.
Arena, sure, you're messing around.
He increases attack by 60%, initiative by 5%, up to 15%. His attack is stackable, so there's no end to it. And maybe you can heal him, or just maybe use like Lightning Mane to use like Taijutsu healing, because you're increasing his attack. So Lightning Mane will be really good with him. Increases his attack and leeches, and so he doesn't die so easily. And he increases his attack by 60% every single round. So in round 1, 60%. Round 2, 120%. That's like Kakuzu level scaling with 100 chakra. Right away, like in round 2. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? The amount of like he's gonna have 120% at least. That's not to mention like if you really do like a blitz team and just keeping him alive until round 2 and just dealing a massive amount of damage, that's gonna be crazy. Now, okay, he has another ability on that. Additionally, guy receives level 2 super armor. Okay, so before the first action of the round, he receives level 2 super armor, or does he already have level 2 super armor? I think. I think he just has level 2 super armor, and you don't have to wait before each action. Okay, so let's just assume that he has level 2 super armor, so he can't be chased, except with like 10 combo, 30 combo, something like that. Engages high evasion raised to standard attacks, lasts until the end of the round. Unfortunately, that high evasion to standard attacks won't work on Susanoo Shisui. I don't know if Pain will work. I know Pain has gotten stronger, a lot stronger. Let's see. Oh man, I have to go back here. Okay. I know that Pain is not going to fight a Pain. I don't think his attacks are completely unmissable. His standard attack, yeah, attack 6.
Where does Pain matter?
Yeah, it's so Pain will be weak to him, and that makes sense because Pain is just stronger. Tendo's Obito is unmissable. Susanoo Shisui is unmissable. So Susanoo Shisui will still.
Oh fuck me! Did he just say that? Go back.
Yeah, attack 6. Okay, yeah, it's so Pain will be weak to him. And that makes sense because Pain is just stronger. Tendo's Obito is unmissable.
Pain is just stronger.
So Susanoo Shisui will still hit.
Definitely
he will still be able to be hit by Susanoo Shisui with the standard attacks. But with I don't know if there's any other support standard attacks that'll actually really affect Guy. If you have a position 1 that's not an arena. But yeah, he does have level 2 super armor. So I mean, and he has high evasion to standard attacks. That's quite nice. Like Susanoo Shisui will only be able to hit him with a standard attack, but no chase, right? Because he's level 2 super armor. So no scaling unless you have other ninjas in the team that allows him to scale. Okay, the bottom passive is a combination with that. So guy has super armor. Okay, that makes more sense. So the bottom passive tells us that the guy has super armor. The first passive tells us that he receives level 2 super armor. So that means he gets level 2 super armor after his first action. Okay, so if he goes first, he'll have level 2 super armor. If he doesn't, he'll have normal super armor and he can still be suppressed. Makes more sense. Okay. So he has super armor, he's immune to debuffs, and cannot receive healing. Now there's a couple ways to get around that. One is normal Danzo, for example. People forget about him, but normal Danzo, Izanagi, with his, not the Y skill, but the +1/+2. You can use this in round 1, right? It launches Izanagi and cannot be cancelled. Units under Izagi's effect will escape damage that will defeat them and immediately recover 95% of life. So you could probably try something like this. It's a little bit hard because you can get controlled or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of hard for that. So I guess Lightning Mane with Leech will not work. But I will say that
no.
Oh man, sliding.
Nope.
Okay.
Don't
Lightning
do
Mane
that.
with Leech will not work. So I guess Lightning Mane with Lightning Enhancement.
Only in arena mess around, guys. Don't
like,
use this shit in real teams. Don't use Danzo with Guy.
And somehow, some way, Christmas Kushina possibly. He causes repulse, so it kind of works.
Why would you want a Leech?
But yeah.
Tell me. You want Guy to die as quickly as possible so he can release his final passive. You don't want him to leech. You don't want him to heal. That's not the purpose. The point is he's supposed to get to 1 HP.
Shizune, no, he doesn't cause low. Someone who increases attack is, yeah, someone who increases attack. I don't know which one. You guys tell me in the comments. I got to think about it.
Yeah, use Shizune in a real team, guys.
Yeah, right. Kimono Eye. Kimono Eye is good.
Use him in a real team too, because he's gonna do
they
it.
increase their attack by 20% when he. Yeah, okay. Maybe we got to find someone who does increase attack for him pretty easily in round 1, round 2 as well. So you guys tell me in the comments, but I am looking forward to seeing what's there. Remember, he only has level 1 immunity to status, so like he can be suppressed maybe if he's slower, even with his initiative. For example, Edo Madara can still suppress his super arm with a standard attack and then control his immunity to status
fishing for
with the
other
chase.
units?
So he's not completely immune here.
Why don't you just
It
run
Makes
Water
sense, 'cause
Maid?
There's supposed to be some risk.
Just fucking run Water Maid.
Let's see.
Or Tsunade. Like, you don't have to fish for other units.
Ooh, okay, there he is. Okay, so he's immunity debuff cannot receive healing. Every time he executes a mystery skill, consumes 10% max HP. Okay, so each time he uses a mystery skill, he loses 10%. So he loses 10% every single round. He'll be hit by people, and then he'll also have 10% missing when once he uses his mystery. I'm a little too excited. So if he uses his mystery right away, and then he gets to 1 HP, then he'll also activate Night Guy immediately, so it'll be like a double super hit. And that will be pretty powerful. But the question is he going to be able to kill the rest of the team? Like, is he going to be able to kill your opponent's position 1, who's also stacked? So,
Yes.
we're going to see. Okay.
Yes, he does. 100%.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, just the sheer damage output that this guy puts out is actually insanity.
Have you seen it?
I don't
Is it in
understand.
China or something?
Okay, so if if I don't know who the fuck was commentating, but he's right. So if you have Guy in front of another person's position 1, even if Guy was, say, like a position 2, and he was in front of another person's position 1, he would nuke that position 1. Guy's damage is enough to nuke a P1 at position 3. Like, stats, at that point, like, stats don't matter with his damage. It doesn't fucking matter, right? The only time he probably wouldn't be able to kill if you're seeing a massive power difference and stack difference, or he's position 4, right? But this is why we say you can use him in any position, because he kills in any position. Like, that's how strong he is. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. You can have him anywhere. Like, and I'm surprised, like, whoever's else here, letting this guy ramble on about this false shit here. It's just so funny to me.
Well, I've seen like some CN gameplay because he was released in CN, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. So it just popped up on my feed. I looked at it. It's disgusting. Some dude was probably like 1.4 mil power, beat a dude with 3 million power. It was insanity.
Damn. Like,
It's gross.
wow. Like, do you know what the other guy was running?
It was Shisui. He was running.
Just a Shisui. So
I guess.
he
Like
can destroy Shisui, basically.
Oh yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Infinite Tsukiyomi, 130,000 ingots. I guess that. Sure. Okay. I guess Shisui's technically free to play now. So.
theoretically, is it worth it? I wouldn't necessarily.
Well, he'll go down in price eventually. So we'll see.
No, he's not free to play. Since when is Shisui free to play? You can't get him free. Unless you fucking roll the slots, the lucky stars, and get lucky every fucking time, you're not gonna 4-star him free to play. He's definitely not free to play. He's a fucking pay-to-win unit to the max still. Oh.
Just like a month? Yeah, no way. 2 months? I guess that's viable. A month? Nah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna be quiet now. Sorry.
Not even 2 months. It'll take more than that. Indra isn't even... Indra you still can't get as a free-to-play. Again, unless you're lucky with the Lucky Stars wheel, which 90% of people aren't, because it's RNG. It's a fucking rigged slot game. They cater to the people who don't spend money, okay? So, he will be paywalled for 5 months, I'd say. Maybe more, if the game is even fucking still a thing by then. He's not gonna be available for a variety of prices. For again, he will literally be in the Suku rebate for months on end. They're not taking him out. Who did they have in the last Tsukiyomi rebate as their final tier? I'm pretty sure it was 80 frags of the final trash cans. One of them. They've been there for months. So he's going to be there for a while.
Alright, almost done. So for every 1% guy who loses, all ninjas in your lineup will have their attack increased by 2% and critical rate increased by 1%. So it's an extra buff again. Let's see. So he's losing a lot of HP, so he'll be getting his own attack up to, I mean, once he does his final night guy attack, that's literally 99%, well, 2% per 1 HP. So 99 times 2 is, okay, let's just do almost 200% attack. Don't want to do the math. And also almost 100% critical rate increase, which is, when you hit Shisui, you lower your critical rate, I think, something like that. But critical rate by 100%, so you're basically doing a critical hit with 200% attack, plus all the extra standard attack to 60%, 320% attack, something like that in round 2. And maybe you'll do it, like, maybe you just kill yourself, but you don't do it after dealing 2 hard blows with 320% attack, 100% critical rate, which is insane. But there is a weakness. And that, if this game would please stop bugging out.
Okay, so
I think I've...
Shisui lowers your crit rate by 50%, so Guy won't be critting as hard as people think.
Madara. So the critical weakness here is we're going to see Founder Madara become a meta once again.
What the fuck? What? I want to hear this.
So I'm betting that people who use this Shisui will start using Founder Madara against people who use Guy. Why? Because Founder Madara is immune to Taijutsu. I think he's the only one.
Stop! What the? Does Founder of Madara provide any sort of sustainability? Even at 4-star, he's garbage. No! Oh, God, dude. No. Nobody will use... No one's gonna use Founder of Madara. He's a Guy counter because he's immune to Tai? Are you joking? Let's proceed.
I'm wrong. Maybe I forgot somebody, but I think at the moment, Founder Madara is the guy who's immune to Taijutsu, and he might be able to just kill Guy because he's able to deal damage to Guy, and Guy is, well, dying. So it's gonna be a fun.
I understand where he's coming from, but first of all, he has no place in this meta. What you're gonna prioritize Madara, Founder of Konoha, the fucking 2016 piece of shit here, or 2017, that nobody uses for a wide variety of reasons. He's not good at all. You're gonna prioritize him over Hashirama. Really? Really? Oh, I don't know. What great ideas do we have here today, guys? Founder of Madara, shove him in your lineup. You don't use Madara TTJ though. He's useless. He doesn't shred your defense and resistance repeatedly and hit you with hard-ass hits and eventually kills you. Guys, do not do this, okay? What you want to do is use Hashirama or Madara Ten-Tails. Madara's Chase, the 30 combo one, shreds the other opponent's defense and resistance every time they're hit with the Chase. Not only that, it'll provide irremovable paralysis, right? And it actually shreds a lot. If you keep getting hit, that's why Madara is a like a sort of a counter to Shisui. Because if he repeatedly zaps you over and over again, you're just gonna die. Don't use Founder of Konoha with Guy.
I mean, okay. I guess your support might be able to kill. Like, Founder Mater is not a position 1, but if he does have breakthroughs, and
which are a fucking pain in the ass to get. So, amen if you have him breakthrough. Not everyone will have him breakthrough. He's really hard to break through, let alone get the fragments. That's a different story.
his breakthroughs, lower critical rate. He does have like an area damage. He does have some decent chases. I'm gonna go over here and take a look at. I think I have to exit out and come back in because the game is glitching. But Madara does have some decent attack, I guess. Like he increases his own attack or something by a little bit with his breakthroughs here. So like these are old breakthroughs, but they're okay. So cause damage when the lineup contains an Uchiha clan ninja. Gain 2.
I don't understand. When are you getting Madara's fucking mystery off? He has a round 2 cooldown time, and he has 60 chakra usage. You can't use it round 1, you can't use it round 2. He's literally just standing there. He's never going to be able to use his mystery.
2 extra standing attacks. So those extra standing attacks will eventually kill your opponent, unless you're using Guy and you have your support is stronger than Founder Madara. So which
any support is stronger than Founder Madara. Literally any fucking support. Fucking Hashirama. Gara swimsuit. Like,
I'm gonna guess that we're in space time. If people have Night Guy and people know you have Night Guy, they're going around Susanoo Shisui and Founder Madara versus you, and you're gonna have to be able to try to.
No, they're not. They're not gonna put Founder of Madara in a fucking lineup. I fucking promise. They're not doing that. Shisui, yes. But dude, like, there's just so many other positions that are way better. Is your intention... Like, what is the intention here? Is it to... Is the intention to kill Guy with Founder of Madara? Yeah, he's immune to tie damage. But the Night Guy will go through that. Night Guy doesn't matter. Fucking Tsunade's a better pick than this fucking guy. You're not gonna see anybody running Founder of Madara with a meta team with Guy. And to be fair, you're probably not gonna see 5 people on the English side with Guy. Maybe 3. Not 5.
Beat out Madara. Even if your Shishi dies, your Madara will never get damaged. That's what I assume is going to happen because it's pure taijutsu. All right, guys.
Pretty sure your Madara will get damaged.
That's my summary of what I think is going to happen with Susanoo Shisui. We'll see. Christmas is here. That's kind of nice. Oh, we're getting Takahugo for free. Nice. We half got him for free in fireworks. I think so.
That's another
kind of
shit
okay. He's
ninja.
okay, but I think it's nothing. Yeah. So old ninjas and these 90,000s and below. All right. So that's my take on this new Night Guy. Now we'll see how it goes when whales actually get him. There's probably going to be like 3 people who have Night Guy who's in like the first week or so. There's always somebody like that when they have money. I don't know, maybe a crypto millionaire or something.
But yeah, one person on my server already has him day 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess for people who spend a ton of games, that's
you don't have to be a millionaire to spend on a fucking browser gacha game.
Crazy, $2,000 for Naruto Online though. It is crazy, but there's always people out there. All right, guys. If you guys want to join me on these talks, I do these once in a while. Once in a while, you guys can come over to the Coffin Hub Discord.
I'm not joining this. So I did before. Anyway, I'm done. Like this, what a shit show. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but like. Even if I watch like 30 seconds of a video and I notice a problem, it's just because you're fucking telling people that this is how you should be running these teams. You're setting what you're doing when you follow advice like this. Like, look at that shitty team there. you're setting yourself up for failure. I've told you the team to run. If you're a whale, you want to run Shisui and Guy in the same fucking lineup with a strong support unit. Edo Itachi's not the pick. Hiruzen is not the pick. Founder of fucking Madara, that's the most absurd thing I've heard, is definitely not the fucking pick. He is useless. He doesn't do shit. Okay? Just because he's immune to taijutsu damage doesn't mean shit. The point is, Guy is going to be trying to kill himself as quickly as possible. If you guys don't know the round Guy dies, it's round 4. Because he feeds off his own HP with his mystery, okay? Okay? And yeah, if somebody's running Shisui and Guy on the same fucking team, and you're running Founder of Madara on your team, you're going to lose the fight because you have 2 position 1s versus 1 position 1 and 2 support units that are shitty. Okay? Now, if you ran Hashirama as a support unit with Founder of Madara, you're still going to lose the fight because you have another shitty support unit and you only have 1 position 1. Because again, when Guy dies and uses his final skill, he's deemed useless after that. You can't do anything besides kill off your opponent with your other support units, right? It's never gonna fucking work. I'm fucking like baffled. I'm 1.9 mil. I'm not getting the fucking guy. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. Like maybe a few more videos, but I don't. I'm through. I'm through with it. All my buddies have quit, completely ditched it. So yeah, no. Anyway, the takeaway of this is don't. Sorry to be a dick. Don't follow this fucking shitty advice. Don't use these teams because they're not going to work, especially if you're playing competitive. If you're trying to fuck around in arena, sure. But if you're playing on a like in space time, don't put Founder of Madara in a team with Guy. You're not using it to the full potential. It's not going to fucking work. Okay? There's a reason why Founder of Madara isn't in the Chinese meta. Because it doesn't work. And I know they do stupid shit in the CN meta, but they're smart enough to know that you can't use Founder of Madara with fucking Guy. I'm done. That's it for me. I don't give a shit. Whatever. But whatever. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like. Subscribe if you're new to this channel. And again, the 1.9 mil account, I'll see what I'm doing with it. I don't know yet, so. Yeah, that's it.